I still have to do another confession, I realized. Uh, it's it's something, it's a very special idea, maybe you can interpret it in a way. And by the way, it's funny, I saw the preview of my face in the previous video and I look very sad, while in the title it's written, I'm so relieved, but it's a sad face in the preview of the video. So, but my last confession is, and I'm still chatting with a friend. I had to wait 1 minute or 2 minutes and message to her before making this video here. I actually wanted to make it directly, but now I'm doing it. And the confession is, I had the imagination of sending millions or even billions or even trillions. In English, the word is different than in German, but it's not so important how many. I mean, I think 1 billion in English is one. Oh, now she has written me. I have to answer. 1 billion in English is eine Milliarde in German, and 1 trillion in English is eine Billiarde in German. But it doesn't matter. I just wanted to send countless of mice. Into, what did I want to say? I forgot now because of her. I just wanted to send countless of mice into this country, this foreign country with which I was so obsessed. And, my goal was to, that the mothers in this country, care for these mice. But my imagination, my idea was that I would send so many mice to this place that the mothers there would be overwhelmed, so that there would be too many mice, and I wouldn't have known what I didn't really imagine what would then happen exactly, but it would just be too many babies there, too many babyish creatures there, so that the women, the mothers there would not be able to handle the Ansturm. Ansturm, I don't know what the word Ansturm is in English. Inrush. Onslaught. This sounds brutal. Onslaught. Storm, run, onrush, inrush, rush demand. Rush demand. Yeah, I don't. No, this is economical problem. Yeah, it was a very strange, a very weird fantasy. Some kind of love would have been involved, of course, because mice are actually amazing creatures, wonderful, or you can call them cute, but this is a little bit too objectifying them. They are just like ultimately every animal and also plant, they are amazing, and but when there are too many coming and always coming more and more, you will the situation will not end well, not end in a good way. This is probably my last confession that I have to do, because now everything is on the table. No, there would be another confession. Shall I really say that? But this was my my violence fantasy. I tell it. yeah, if I have to go to jail for that, it's long ago. I haven't had this fantasy for years, but if I have to go to jail because of that, I go. It's more. The truth is now more important than anything, and yeah, but it's a very, very dislikable fantasy, and it's not good to end with that. I should have ended with the mice fantasy, my confession, but now I ended it with a brutal fantasy. This is not a good ending. Unsympathisch. Totally damnable also. Unsympathisch, genau. And this is an understatement, because it's much more than just unsympathetic. Unlikable, disagreeable, unsympathetic, unappealing, unlikable, unlovable, yeah, something like that. Unsympathisch. UNSYMPATHISCH, yeah. I will, if I find time, write it below in the description. Yeah, the fantasy was that I would, but please, if you are of faint heart, or if you are a young guy, a young person, if you are below, let's say, the age of 25, or just, if you are not stable, don't watch further in this video, because it's horrible. It's totally destructive and wrong and damnable fantasy that I had. Yeah, it was during. So stop the video. Don't go further. It's not nice, and it might haunt you, this idea. So I will tell it now. It's I was imagining of, but this was, yeah. I absolutely abhor this idea, really. I have not at all for years had this idea anymore. I have to assure you, really. And don't be afraid that I would do any kind of such an act still, that I would still do it. So it was that I would dress in the army uniform of this particular country that I was so obsessed. You don't see my body language. Of this particular country that I was so obsessed with. It's not Switzerland, it's another country with a very special and spiritual past of its people. A very very yeah, it was not good what happened to these people and the people of this country, and this I would dress in the army uniform of this country, and then here in Switzerland go into a kindergarten or a preschool with my firearms that I then still had. As I can assure you, I have my last firearm I gave away in 2010, so a little bit more than 8 years ago. So I'm not interested in firearms anymore. But then I had, this was in between 2000, around 2002 and 2003. I had this imagination that I would go I fantasized that I would go into a kindergarten or a preschool with my firearms and shoot children there. Yeah, now I remember, I once wrote it on my website, lukasgiertan.info, but then I removed it. I think I wrote it in German in around maybe September 2010, and I removed it. It's no longer there, but now I can confess it. And shoot children shoot them, and then if I still had time, I would have shot them into their heads to ensure they are dead. Imagine that. Yeah. But just to tell you that now really everything has been out. I don't have to hide anything anymore. This is my past, and I emphasize it's my past. It's not what I'm thinking or feeling or imagining now. I am now completely, fully, absolutely committed to peace, and to make hopefully make the world a more peaceful and maybe even just place. Yeah, I don't want that people or animals or other creatures are hurt. Although I, of course, still eating meat and things like that. Yeah, it's not good. And I'm also using too many paper handkerchiefs and gloves which has direct consequences on nature and also on creatures, animals, and so, yeah. And so I would, yeah, this is my fantasy. This was my fantasy. This is the fantasy that I still had to confess here. Yeah. I almost completely forgot. I just remembered it now because I was in train of confessing everything. So if I would have done that, it would have been the most horrible act that you could have done, because children are always innocent, and how can you do that? It's unbelievable. But it was some kind of revenge on the local population here that I imagined, because I thought that the local population here is some kind of Nazis or ultra-conservative people that don't give children the freedom, and like that I imagined I would show them, give the children the freedom to learn what they want, or they will be shot dead. They will have to die. Please finally see what children could learn, and otherwise the whole thing ends in a disaster. Yeah. So now I stop. I have to learn to stop videos earlier and not just after 14 minutes and 50 seconds. It's now 23 in the night, 23 o'clock in the night, 11 p.m. and 8 minutes. My stomach is slightly painful. I have to go drinking and answering my friend. So it's 11 p.m. in the night and 8 minutes. And it's Wednesday evening, 14th of November 2018. Now you know really everything about me and my past. It would not have been necessary to imagine such things, to have such fantasies. I could have been, and I should have been, a peaceful individual from the beginning, from my early teens, and never had such fantasies, never have any firearms collection, never had the other wrong fantasies, not always been committed to pure mathematics. This I should have done, and this I didn't do, which is really a pity. But now I think I have found, I really know it's vital to always be peaceful, to not harm anybody, and to believe in mathematics and possibly God. I personally believe in God. Yeah. And to struggle for the democracy on every level, locally, regionally, nationally, internationally, and globally. From local to global. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I finish now a little bit earlier. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.